Dwarves. Now, you may think that dwarves are really simple to understand, right? Well, not exactly. Dwarves are a complex humanoid species, rich in history and gold. But today, we're only discussing of how they talk. This is... And you may be thinking,
Hey, don't dwarves speak like this?
and you may be right, at least of the Scottish kind. There are many examples of Scottish dwarves in media, such as films, video games, TV shows, and books. In the Scottish dialect, instead of saying pool, they say pool with the oo sound. And Scottish turns into Scottish with the o. As for example, The Witcher 3.
Bought the wench pearls, silks, satins, and how the fuck she repaid me? Made me a heat-banger cuckold!
It's a pretty interesting and unique way to voice a dwarf, but it's not the original way to voice a dwarf, because that title goes to
It's me, you Trump bastard!
Yorkshire Dwarves. Yorkshire Dwarves have a more difficult dialect than Scottish Dwarves, and are also less popular than their Scottish counterparts, mostly because there are a lot more differences and tidbits to keep in mind of. Speaking like a Yorkshire Dwarf requires multiple rules in order to sound alike. Like, first of all, removing H from every word, and so words like have turn into of, and horse turns into orse. I could go on and on about every rule, but there's a bit too much to point out in a single video, so I'll just pronounce a sentence like,
Oh, Lord, is needed. I can jump like a mountaineer.
gnomes. There's not much known about them. They speak like a mouse, fast, all over the place, and high-pitched. And they're cute little forest tinkerers. There's not much media about gnomes. There's one episode of one mainstream show that is the most popular example of gnomes, second to the decoration gnomes. That is how unpopular they are. But they're sort of related to dwarves in some ways, like being short and having a beard. Well, there you have it, explaining lots of fancy creature dialects. I hope that not only did you enjoy this, but also learn something out of it. And as a teacher myself, I can say you can go home now. This has been Dwarf Dialects, and I will not do this again. Good riddance.